Hi flosstube, this is Donna from New Zealand. Welcome. This is I'm Wistful, the Wistful Stitcher. That's mainly because I tend to get lost in space and thinking about different things. Anyway, welcome to my flosstube. I'll try and get this a bit even. It's not really, maybe it's me sitting crooked. Anyway, welcome to my flosstube channel. If you like, subscribe, but otherwise, just welcome. I've been quite busy in the garden getting ready because, oh, yeah, dug so much I'm limping, but bar that, yeah, stuff's growing and it's really fun. Roses are doing good. I've got my Dublin Bay. I've got about 6 blossoms and they're already going well. So the lettuces and things are going out great. And potatoes are coming up and all sorts. So it's starting to get busy here. So, but it doesn't stop me doing stitching and other projects. So you'll see that I've done a wide variety this week. So I'll just jump in. As you know, I've been doing the Sarah Brazia. I didn't finish it all in 1 year because I've been traveling and doing other things. This was the Queen of the May last year. So I got the Lucy Nevier, but I didn't get very far on that. So I did some work on this today. This time. So I promised I'd show it because I didn't show it last time. So it's a very big sampler and you'll see, excuse me, this requires a stand-up. It's very big. So it is quite large. Trouble is I can't even see what. It's quite good size. And I work on the hoop. So, and this is done with DMC. So you can see how beautiful it is. It's one of those huge ones, which I tend to like. It must be nuts. But they look absolutely beautiful. So I'm very pleased with that. Enjoy working on it, but it is, like I say, not very portable. Like I'll put that in a nice little folded down bit and with things covered, and whenever I work on it I can't wear a watch because it'll snag it, and so it's a bit more fiddly than a lot of the others. Then I've got some very old needlework that I started ages ago. This is Design Works and it's Adirondack Lodge. You'll be so glad when it's finally finished. I take this when I go to Guild because it's in a nice little portable box, and I'll show you my box while I'm at it. Remember these? It's a Whitman's chocolate box. Haven't seen chocolates delivered in that for ages, but it's really handy for the needlework, and don't have to worry about it. But I'll just show you what I've done. I'm at the downward, at the final bit, and like I say, this one's a big one too. It will take, I did a bit more work and my duck is starting to form. There's 2 ducks, one on that side and one on the other side. So it's a big one. It's got bears and it's got lodges and deer. I love it. It's pretty. So that's fun. But it's not one of those quick ones. Then I also did a bit of work on the chase. This is adapted from an old sampler in 1706 by Mary Starker, but this is an adaptation put out by Elsa Williams. And I like this. I just like the way that it's got a different border. I call it the rickrack border. It's a bit more involved than that. And it's been fun. It's so pretty to work on. So I did some work on my letterings. And I love it. The colors are pretty and soft and kind of neat. So I like samplers because it's kind of hard to not get bored with samplers because there's always something different to do. And some samplers require more skill than others, so sometimes I up the ante a bit and work on some really harder ones. And some are very portable and some are not. And then I've enjoyed, I still do, the Peacock's Garden. This is by Linen and Threads. And they put this out once a month. And everybody gets so excited. I'm way behind, blissfully behind. So I worked in the corner at the bottom. So I loved it. And I am still doing the School of Magical Stitches. But you can see this is Sir James, the peacock. And this one I did because it was supposed to make it, we're supposed to do 200 stitches on something that sort of made you sing or whatever. And I thought, well, the peacock makes noise, and I feel happy whenever I work on it because I get to change it and do things. So that's kind of fun. Then I worked on my French one. And this was good and bad. This is one of my favorites. I call it, it's by Philomene. Maybe, whatever. It's a Brittany sampler. And it's called Bretagne. And I started out, but I realized I had made a mistake near the bottom and I had to take out the bottom row. That golden row that went all the way across. I had it right up against to the line, and so I did not have a space. And then I discovered, you notice these little red flowers have golden or yellow? They're all supposed to. So I'm going to have to pull out those white bits and put that in there. So life is to be challenging, but it's kind of fun. I still like it. Just get to do it again. Then I had a lot of fun with the sampler. Oh, this is my Truth sampler. And I can never find it. I didn't get it very organized. This is a very nice sampler. I may just do the lazy bit. I've got a colored picture, but I can never find it because I am not that organized. Nope. I'll have to show you the non-colored picture, which is on the box. I've got things all over the place here. This is the Truth sampler. And that's by Marianne Rohr, and it's very pretty. So, I'm slowly getting there. Now, when I say that things are a bit of a challenge, and I like challenging projects too, this one had, what's it called? Detached buttonhole stitch, which is a real challenge. We're supposed to pick repeating stitches for the School of Magical Stitches. I'll hold that still so it'll focus. it gives a sort of raised, these are for the acorns with the designs, so they're going to be quite pretty. And then it's got some flowers and that sort of thing. So it's a bit more, it's not really going to show. You go over and through and around, and when I first started it drove me nuts. But I got there, and I'm now going across and doing the side. So I finished the homework for School of Magical Stitches for this week. So I'm going to work on that, and then I'll work a bit on the Savior's Praise, I think, on Sunday, which is tomorrow. So that should be cool. Okay, I also got into some other things because the reason why I sort of had a lapse of doing heavy-duty embroidery, and I did quilting for a while. So I've got some that I decided about time to get stuck into those. So I'll show you some of the others that pulled me away from embroidery. One was a kit that was called, it's a block of the month quilt, and it's called Gravity. Now, that's eye-popping. At least I think it is. But it's always scared me to death. It's absolutely terrifying. I'll just show you. What they do is they've got all sorts of cutting things. Where can I show you? How to cut triangles and stuff. And it shows you how. So I cut out 3 blocks, and they're going to be eye-popping and a lot of fun. So hopefully I did it right. Hopefully, she said. I'll be pleased, whatever. But did that, and that was fun. And so then I went from sore back, I went from sore knee to sore back from leaning over cutting for so much. So I got that settled, and I decided to do another one and get it prepared. Now I also do whole cloth quilts. And I usually get them from, I get lazy and don't draft my own. I've drafted 2 small, but that's enough. And somebody else can do it. So I usually get the stencils. And this is a double stenciled, pre-stenciled whole cloth quilt. And it was by the quilting company. It's called Mama's Garden. And that's the picture. So, and this included the backing too, not the batting. So it had the backing, the pre-label stencil, and so it's all ready to go. That's for a queen size quilt. So I'll just start at 1, and I do hand quilting. So that'll keep me busy too. So that's been pretty much my stitching thing. Guild and crafts. It's been fun. So I'll probably get out in the garden for a wee bit. And then I'll go back and do my detached buttonhole and see if I can do that whole row tonight. Who knows? Maybe I'll watch Iron Man 2 or something on Netflix. Anyway, let me know what you guys are up to and what type of things you do. I know I do a lot of big projects, which is a bit of a hassle because I don't really have too many of the finishes. But I enjoy the process of stitching. While I do that, I don't really care. There's several others that I'd love to get into, and I've got some nice ones, but yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I hope you do. There's just so many different things to try. It's all out there, so just grab it and go for what calls you. I'll go back to the Christmas quilt that I was doing. did a little bit more with the packages for the Christmas packaging for that one, and I'll show that a bit next time. But I want to get some of the bows done, and maybe, hopefully I get a little bit more organized there. So, hope you have a lot of fun with stitching. Take it easy. It's a lot of fun, but don't worry if you have to pull out. There are some perfect stitchers out there, and some people that really do fabulous work and never make a mistake. But most of us have, and that's where we enjoy it, and we keep going back to it. So go for it, enjoy it, and let me know what you're up to. Okay, take care. Bye. Subscribe if you want. Take care.